Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for all things Charleston and beyond. I'm Ashley Meservey.
It's 2019, and with every new year, millions vow to make it the best one yet, with resolutions ranging from eating better to saving money to one of the most popular, getting into shape. So today we're visiting our friends at Phillips Shoes in Mount Pleasant to see how they can help you meet those fitness goals this year.
Joining us today, we have Fiona Atkinson. We're here at the Mount Pleasant location of Phillips Shoes. Thanks for having me today.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Okay, today we're talking about New Year's resolutions. One of the most popular ones is getting into shape. How can you help with that?
Well, the biggest concern that people should have when they're starting a new health routine of any kind is, as far as we're concerned, what's on their feet.
Okay.
Right. So I don't want you to drag out those old sneakers that you've been wearing to cut the grass. We all have that pair, right? The yard shoe. What we really need to do is make sure that your shoe is not worn out, that you are fitted properly in the shoe, meaning that the arch is in the right spot, you have enough toe room for your toes to splay, which means wiggle, as you're walking and running, and that your heel is nice and secure so that you're not shifting around inside of the shoe. And
when you have a good looking shoe, it kind of motivates you. It's kind of like having a good looking outfit to get out there and start working out, right?
That always helps me.
Exactly. Okay, so how should an athletic shoe fit?
Okay, so these are two new styles from Brooks. The styles themselves have been around. These are the new generations of the shoe. So an athletic shoe, we want it to be nice and secure in the heel. All right, so there's this mystery set of eyes at the top of the shoe. A lot of people don't use those. If you have enough lace, it's very important because that's really what's securing your foot at the back to make sure you don't have any heel slippage. And then we're going to make sure that your arch is in the right place and that you have about a thumb's width of length at the end of the shoe.
That's a very easy explanation right there, right?
It is, but there's a lot more that goes into choosing an athletic shoe.
Not just the color.
Right. Sometimes we'll say, don't look down, just tell me how it feels.
That is a good way to do it because I look at the color first thing.
Right, we'll worry about the color later. We probably have other color choices. We want to make sure that this is actually going to be doing its job for you when you go to the gym or you're running or walking across the bridge.
And you know, you taught me a lot about this before, laces and the different options that you have with laces and things like that, right? I mean, you have more options than probably you've ever had before, right?
Yes.
Which makes it harder though. That's probably why coming in store and sitting down and getting fitted for it though is the best idea.
Absolutely. So one of the benefits to coming in to see us for your athletic shoe, of course, we're going to measure your foot first. What length do you need? What width do you need? A lot of people don't know these also come in different widths. We have narrows, mediums, and wides. Very important that we're fitting you properly. Let's talk a little bit about some of the new technology that they're doing in these. So when you come in, we're going to take a look at what sort of arch support do you need? What are your ankles doing when you walk? Do your ankles stay lined up with your knees? Do they tilt in a little bit? If they tilt in a little bit, then we want to make sure to put you in a support or a motion control shoe.
Okay.
And what that means is, on the inside of the shoe, we're going to make sure that there's something a little firmer, so when your ankle starts to tilt in a little bit, the shoe says, no, we're gonna help correct that. So that's gonna prevent you from pronating. This is the Adrenaline from Brooks, and you can see here on the sides, these are guardrails. So, that sounds really scary.
I was like, oh, who needs a guardrail?
So what these are doing is when you first have impact on what they call their crash pad, it's really soft heel cushioning, they're going to keep you on the support properly. So it's not going to allow you to rotate in a little bit, and then it's going to help guide you through a proper gait. Okay, so that's the Adrenaline.
Okay.
Next we have the Brooks Ghost, which is a neutral shoe. Okay, so what this does is it properly supports somebody who does not turn in or pronate.
Okay.
So when you walk, your ankles stay lined up with your knees, this would be an appropriate choice for you. This also has the really soft crash pad on the heel, so when you're walking or running, you'll get a lot of cushioning, a lot of support. And interesting to note about this shoe, this was actually selected as the Runner's World Editor's Choice winner.
Wow, that's a big distinction, though,
pretty
right?
impressive.
Pretty impressive stuff right there. All right, before we go, I want to talk real quick about the recovery shoes.
Okay, so after you've been working out, you know, you've done something fairly strenuous, your body has to recover. You've just worked your muscles a lot, and what we want to do is then get footwear that helps promote good blood flow. And good blood flow means we're getting oxygen to lots of places.
Okay.
So we just worked those muscles really hard. Let's get oxygen so that it can help them recover and heal a little bit better.
And I would have never thought about that, you know?
Right. So when we go to something like a Birkenstock, of course, this is now a big fashion shoe as well. What we're getting here is nice arch support. We have something called a toe bar at the front of the shoe that helps keep your toes splayed. That strange word again. So your toes spread out as you're walking. It has what's called a metatarsal arch, which is going to help distribute pressure evenly throughout the shoe, and a cupped heel. Basically, it's just keeping your foot in a natural position while you walk so that you can recover well and easily. We have something similar happen from this brand called UFOs. This is one of the softest shoes.
That's
right?
really fun.
So the entire shoe is very soft, very cushioned. It's like walking on a cloud, but then the arch is a little bit firmer so that when you step, you're getting lots of heel cushioning, but incredible support here.
I love it. All right, well, you always teach us so much, Vienna. Thank you again for having me.
Thanks for coming.
As always, head online for more information, phillipsshoes.com.